A couple more voicemails, so let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about what the Browns could go in those first 6 games.
Dave, the results of Deshaun Watson with a 6-game suspension is exactly where I thought it would be. As I called in weeks ago, I do not believe the NFL will appeal because it does not want dirty laundry coming out. So let's say the process worked out and the results will stand. Dave, now on to football. 6-game suspension puts Stefanski on the hot seat again. Because with the quality of roster we have, I believe we should go 5-1. There's always a game where the 50-50 ball might not go your way. Anything less than that, I believe, is not acceptable.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Before we talk about that, let's go back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one also about those first 6 games.
Hey, just calling in fresh off the news off of the Deshaun Watson 6-game suspension. Just wanted to know you guys' take on what you thought the Browns' record could be once Deshaun is able to take the field. So in those first 6 games, I believe they play the Steelers week 3, and they also play the Patriots and Chargers, which I think are the 3 games out of the 6 that are the most up in the air, the least likely for the Browns to win. So I was wondering your guys' thoughts on what the Browns' record could be. I think they should shoot for 500. That would be, I think, still like getting them in the race after the 6-game suspension. They'll be able to still contend for the AFC North with Deshaun coming back. They only play the Steelers once. That's only one divisional game, so I think they have the rest of the year in front of them. Just wanted to know you guys' take. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Tim, I think you said 3-3. I kind of get the feeling they can. I think they're likely to go 4-2 in that. I don't think they go 5-1. Inevitably, you're going to lose a game early in the year that you kind of feel like you probably should win. But I do think they get either that Chargers or Patriots game. I think they find a way to win one of those at home. If they were on the road, I'd feel a little bit differently. But I think that defense, can be really good.
Yeah, I mean, that's the storyline right now. If we weren't talking about Deshaun Watson, we'd be talking about, how this defense is coming into it, should be coming to its own. These guys have played a full year together. Got a guy like Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah and obviously Greg Newsome. They're going into their second seasons. Grant Delpit coming into his 3rd season. His second of playing, of course. I mean, obviously missed his rookie season with the Achilles rupture. But, yeah, you look at those 6 games, I kind of agree with the second caller that, 500 seems more realistic. I think that's kind of got to be the baseline where that's where you got to be if you really want to shot at the playoffs. If they go 4-2 or somehow even 5-1, I think that would be tremendous for the Browns on their playoff chances. And really, then I think you could kind of start to think of, maybe they win the division. They could push Cincinnati and Baltimore for that AFC North title. Because, again, they'll see those teams again later in the season. But, again, the thing I want to caution people with is don't forget as well, I mean, when Deshaun Watson comes back, remember, he hasn't played. He'll have missed 23 games. I know he's going to be healthy. He's going to be as healthy as he's probably been in a long, long time because he hasn't taken a hit. But there's still rust to knock off. You're knocking off mental rust, and he's going to have to do it in Baltimore. So that's going to be an extremely difficult game. I mean, if, say, it was a 4-game suspension and that was his 3rd game back, I would feel more comfortable about that game if I were the Browns because Watson will have had some of those extra reps at full speed. But so that's why I think, 4-2, you really put yourself in a good position to win the division. But I think 3-3 has got to be the bare minimum if you really want to make that playoff push when Watson comes back.
Yeah, and keep in mind, he hadn't played a game in this offensive system either. So all things to consider.